Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Welcome to the party, pal.
I'm not ready to make night. Every time now. Welcome back, everybody. It's me, Nora Ames, the Raging Buddha, here in the box office, and we are back with a very special interview today with a real life friend of mine who also happens to be a survivor and a third generation Scientologist who wrote this, guys. She wrote this book right here. This one, Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist Pothead. Okay, and then there's more to the title, guys. Born in, sparked up, got out. You have it's interactive art on the front. So today, just a quick disclaimer before we dive into this amazing book and the event that's coming up this Saturday with me and Liz at Bold Coffee and Books in Portland, Oregon. I want to make a full disclaimer to everybody in the chit chat who's been here for quite a while, chit chatting it up. Number one, this is not the drama stream. So if you're here for the drama stream, then it's not. That's later. That's at 3:45. There will be a full stream to address all of the things. This is not that stream. So let's keep it on topic. Let's focus. Okay. And let's welcome with a big, gigantic Raging Buddha welcome, our very good friend and author, Liz Gale.
Hi.
Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Look, I could do so many things with us here. I was kind of like playing with it a little bit. Like we can be here. I can be big and you can be small, or we can reverse it. Right? We can do this. Like you're the guest. I'm just the co-host. Right? Or I can do this and I'm like teeny tiny. Hi, Liz. You're my plant.
This is the Liz show now, everybody. Welcome.
100%. No. Guys, this book, if you don't have it, my mods, you know what, mods, I'm fucking so unprepared right now, but we're going to post the Amazon link. It is available. Liz, where's the audiobook form for our audio files? Where is your sultry voice reading this book?
Well, when you're a self-declared pothead, you got to give a girl time. All right. There's going to be a procrastination cycle happening.
Okay.
It's actually coming. I'm getting somewhere. I could do the AI generate and it would be right in your hands like
it would be instant.
But that feels not authentic, not
right.
genuine. So I'm going to record it myself. Look, my to-do list is so overwhelming.
Guys, we have nothing to do. Nope. We are clearly just vacationing biddies who have no life outside of when you see us on the screens here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just make TikToks and dance all day long. That's all I do. Yeah. My kids are like hungry.
Right. Just for the
mess.
Right. We're just dancing the day away. We don't do anything else at all. You
guys should check out my TikTok because I actually do a fair share of ridiculous dancing.
Right? Yes. Yeah. Please do check out Liz's TikTok. But honestly, guys, this is available on the Zon.
It is.
That's where you can buy this. I'm a paperback aficionado. Like I waited 2.5 extra years for the last Harry Potter book to come out in paperback because I don't. Hardback books are lovely, but it's just not. Yeah. Oh, Lacey, you got your mod gear. Fantastic. We're going to talk about that too. We're still having a month-long sale. It is Black History Month, guys. But also it's Mod Appreciation Month here at Raging Buddha. And if you want to get some of that gear, I'll bring that up later.
Your mods work hard, Nora.
They do. They really do. Yeah. Thank you, JoJo, for putting that right there. There's the link. I'm going to bring that up on the screen here. There's the link, guys. You guys can go get it on the Zon. Okay.
On the Zon. Actually, you know what?
What?
I just put on my fourth wall. So that's like my merch shop. You can get there on YouTube or TikTok. I am going to have 20 available signed copies that people can buy.
You mean like my signed copy? Hey, guys, true story. Who was the first autograph you gave, Liz?
First one. First
right
one.
here. This is
That's
the very.
right.
It says, I'm gonna show you guys Liz's little autograph here. See, right there. That's what she wrote. She says, Nora, so grateful I can be an SP with you. Love, Liz Gale.
Yeah. I
Okay.
still feel that today. I'm super grateful I can be an SP with you.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Guys, this book, if you haven't read it, first of all, it's an amazing read. Okay. Reading is fundamental. Let's just remind everybody reading is fundamental. Also, I just want to remind people that middle age is between 45 and 65 for those of the people out there that like to make fun of Liz and I as middle-aged
Oh,
women.
I would
Um,
prefer to be called an elder millennial.
yeah, I'm straight up Gen X bitch, so that's fine. I'm turning 50 this year, y'all, and I don't give a fuck.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, elder millennial, yes, that is an accurate description of you for sure. An elder.
Elder.
Yes, yes.
Heavy on the elder.
Not come on, you're younger than me. You can't be heavy on the elder ever. Even if I'm 100 and you're like 92, I'm still elder.
Yeah, I guess so. You should be wiser. Older and wiser.
Yeah.
This is a really easy read, by the way. I don't know if people in the chat have read other ex-Scientology sort of memoirs and books, especially more of the older ones. What is it? A Piece of Blue Sky
Mhm.
or Mad Men or Messiah. They tend to be kind of tomey. Mine is not. It's a weekend read. It's like
It's fun.
it's fun. It's funny.
It's guys, well, let me say this. Trigger
It's,
warning. There
yeah.
is drama. There is things in here. Okay. Liz didn't hold back. but
No,
but it's not you're not reading Tolstoy. Okay. And that's not an insult to Liz. Tolstoy is really fucking hard to read. It's
it is.
beautiful,
Yeah, it is hard to
but
read.
it's really hard to this is not hard to read. It is educational and important and raw and vulnerable.
I just had
And
like a panic attack, like while you were saying that. You're like, it's kind of, what did you say? Trigger warning. And then I actually
trigger
sort of
warning.
went
Did
through what's actually in that book, just
right.
all
You
hit me in the face. I was
did
like,
you
oh
remember?
God, all these, I'm like selling you guys are going to know way too much about me.
You're gonna know a lot about Liz.
Yeah.
Are there pictures?
There's not photos, but there are illustrations throughout the book.
Yeah.
Like there's little weed nuggets.
And
But there
there's
are not,
quotes, and there's fun quotes,
yet,
and there's fun quotes. So, guys,
and a quiz in the back.
and a quiz, and one of Liz's quizzes, which I
Liz's
told her
quiz
to
is the
please bring
original,
back to her show, which is
right?
when is your show debuting,
Oh my gosh,
Liz?
tomorrow, you guys. I have committed to Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist. I will be going live every single morning, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m.
Whoa!
EST. I know that's 4 days a week. Good Lord help me. Um, it's not just gonna be me sitting here telling you it's not a big OW write-up. It's not a confessional for Scientologists. It's not required that I'm gonna tell you all my crimes. But we could have a laugh about some of the crimes and all
Yes,
kinds of other fun stuff. Because Nora,
yes,
as you know, there's us being ex-Scientologists, and it's so important to talk about it and keep talking about it and share the information. But at the same time, we got to live our lives. We got to share that with
DP.
you too. It's equally as important, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
So, yeah, a little bit of everything.
I agree. I agree 100% because it's there's so much. First, I mean, there's so many facets to all of us. This isn't Scientology is not everything that we are,
Right.
and that's sometimes that gets lost in the weeds a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's okay because, I mean, it's like, I felt the same way about Anthony Hopkins after I saw Silence of the Lambs. Like his next film, he played Hannibal Lecter.
He like typecast himself. Is that?
Well, no, then his next film was Remains of the Day, was a period piece
Yeah.
about this like British couple. And I was like, he's going to eat her face.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. Like, I
He's
was
too
just
good.
like,
He went full cannibal.
yeah,
Never
no.
go full cannibal.
No, I was very affected by Silence of the Lambs as a young teen when
Oh
that
my
came
Lord.
out. My God. But I mean, Anthony Hopkins is one of these people who's literally played everything. I mean,
Yeah.
most young people now would know him as the Allfather from the Marvel universe, as Thor's dad. But that's definitely not his whole jam either. I think it's like actors, sometimes real people can just get pigeonholed into this one thing.
Yeah.
So let's do that right now. I'm going to bring that up. So the time and place is going to take place here. Let's put us all up on the screen here. Where'd you go? Pew, there we all are. I'm going to make this. How do I make this? We're going to do it this way. There we go. That's even better. So this is Bold Coffee and Books in Portland, Oregon. Okay, let's go to.
We've been there, in fact.
We've been there.
I thought it was pretty cute. Pretty cute little setup.
It is adorbs. They do have, first of all, their pastries, y'all, dangerous.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
The coffee also excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this is where they are. They are down in the Goose Hollow area. Here we have all these fun names in Portland for our little neighborhoods. But right here is the location. I'm going to put that in the chat. Okay. And our event, I'm going to go to the event page here just so you guys can see.
Time, place, form, and event.
Yeah. Time, place, goodness. Let's get it. So they hold events here for authors. They also hold other events. Like they have a one night a month where it's silent reading, where you can come in and get a coffee and shut the fuck up and just read. Okay. It's like, yeah. So,
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
I don't like shutting the fuck up, but I like when other people shut the fuck up while I read.
See, Liz, you should go here for the sit down, shut up, and write.
Oh, yeah, those are really popular, actually, like write-ins, and they're very specific, like, shut up. You can't go there and gab. It's for rating.
Then they have a spoken word open mic.
Yeah. They do a lot there, especially they're really into, like, marginalized voices, and I don't know, I mean, they just had so many different perspectives, like, memoirs from all types of people who've gone through all types of things in all types of places. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a shirt when I go there.
And here's us, guys. We are on a website. Look at us here. If you click on this, okay, you can click on it. It brings this up here. All right.
Maybe we are grown up, Nora.
I know, right?
Maybe we are grown ups.
Like when Liz sent this to me, I was like, we're official grown ups now. Right. So it says author reading Liz Gale, Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist Pothead in Conversation with Nora Ames. That's me, guys. Bold, that's the coffee company, is thrilled to host a reading with Liz Gale, author of Confessions of an Ex-Scientology Pothead in Conversation with Nora Ames. Join Liz Gale and Nora Ames. It's so weird reading my own name like multiple times for an evening of discussion, Q&A, and a book reading from Liz's memoir, Confessions of an Ex-Scientology Pothead. Expect cult stories, dark humor, aliens, a short reading, and lots of audience Q&A. Curious, candid, and full of rabbit holes. So it's going to take place literally from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., from 6 to 7. If you guys show up early, it's a little meet and greet time. If you guys want to come and say hey and get a high five, a fist bump, a handshake, a hug, whatever you're comfortable. I'm a hugger. Come on in. Liz will have afterwards, if you don't have a book or you already purchased said book, you can get it autographed. That is at the end. Sure. From 7 to 7:40, we're going to do a little discussion, a little reading.
Oh, and I'm bringing one of my boards.
And Liz is bringing one of her
maybe two of my red string boards.
The red string will be there.
Yeah.
Will be there. And then and a short explanation of the board art piece. Yeah. It's all in there. And then from 7:40 to 8:30, guys, Q&A. We want to have a lot of time for the Q&A. So that is just under an hour. It's 50 minutes of Q&A. And then we got a little 30 minutes, get your book signed. Get your book signed. I am very happy to take pictures with all of your phones of you and Liz getting your book signed. That is, I'm the deputy here. I am just the side chick on the stage. Liz is the star.
Don't put yourself in a corner like that.
Well, that's my job. That's my job Saturday night. It's not about me. It's about you and this book. Because you're a published author, my friend. So it says here, this is very dramatic, guys. Just come close. Let's get quiet. From her first breath, Liz is destined for a life within the mysterious world of Scientology. Indoctrination lurks behind every corner as she shuffles between an elite boarding school, eccentric churches, and a family of true believers. Liz Gale delivers an enthralling account of growing up a third-generation Scientologist, the mind-bending secret scriptures. Hang on. I lost my place because I didn't realize there was more. That dictated her upbringing and the haunting scandals that gave her courage to break free. After growing up in a cult, leaving and losing everything, Liz Gale made one promise to herself to live a creative life, whether it's providing cult education on social media and writing her ongoing series, Confessions of an Ex-Scientology Pothead, or making funny videos about mind control. Liz approaches complex concepts, terms, and experiences in a fun, conversational tone. Born a oh, no, that's me. Okay, you guys ready for my bio? Here we go. Born a bicentennial Taurus, fire dragon, and proud member of Generation X, with a cult cherry on top, after a lifetime of coercion, Nora Ames signed Scientology's so-called billion-year contract and spent 5 years in indentured servitude to its celebrity courtesans. She was ultimately sent to a Scientology prison labor camp for being gay. Since her escape, Nora has become an outspoken advocate dedicated to exposing the truth about Scientology abuses and crimes. Very dramatic. We are dramatic.
I'm intimidated by you, actually.
We're official.
Yeah. We know what's going on. That was my bio and the actual jacket of my book that
There
you
you
just
go.
read. Well, there's another part on the back of my book. It says the true cost of freedom becomes clear when she starts a family of her own and is faced with a gut-wrenching choice. Will she sacrifice everything to protect her children? You bet your ass she will. Boom! In your face. In your face, Scientology.
In your face. So that's where we're going to be, guys. Bold Coffee and Books, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Come see us. We're gonna be there for a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out. I would love to
we're
meet you
hanging.
guys, chat with you. I mean, this is the first kind of meet and greet-ish, real life
Yeah.
situation that we're doing. So show up.
It's
I
a
also
test run.
think we'll definitely take video. We'll
Oh,
have to
for
chat
sure.
about if we want to have a live stream camera
I think
set
we
up.
can live stream. I
Yeah,
mean, I'll bring my tripod. We can live stream it.
I think
I mean, we should live stream it to your channel 100%.
Okay, we'll
Because
chat about that. We'll figure it out.
We'll hash it out. Like I said, listen,
know.
this night is not about me. It is about Miss Elizabeth Gale, Liz, and this
Yeah,
book.
but you guys know, everybody in the chat, anybody in real life knows that when you put yourself out there and you try something new, having a friend by your side who's like championing you and being supportive is priceless, you know? So we're going to make it a little bit at least about you too, Nora.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah,
You're sweet. One
you're
day,
important.
guys, if I ever finish writing a memoir, I
Yeah,
know Liz will be there to interview me, and
yeah.
we'll talk about it. It'll
First
be
question. So I heard, are you gay?
What? Shut up. No one's supposed to
First
know
question.
that. That is top secret,
I'm
madam.
sorry. That's actually like a really bad thing to do to out somebody when they don't want to.
Right?
My
Ryan
bad.
Seacrest, are you gay? No, I'm sorry.
Classic.
Yes, we will live stream it for those of you who are around the world and everything, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you guys can get to Portland or somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, Saturday evening, make
It'll
a
be
day
fun.
of it. It's going to be fun. We're going to guys, it's going to be me there. It's going to be fun. We're going to have fun. All right. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about some serious shit, educate some people in the audience, about Scientology. And we would love for you guys to be there for sure. For sure. It's going to be, and also guys, like I said, there's delicious pastries. Okay. I mean,
Yes,
you do have to buy those because it's like the coffee place. They that's their own thing, separate. And they will have Liz's book for sale. If you haven't bought it, you can buy it right there at a local bookstore.
Ooh, will you film the first one?
Yes.
You guys, I have never done a book ad, like any of those ads, and I've never done a bookstore event or had my book in a bookstore at all. And that's not because I reached out to them. They were like, no, no, no. This was the first actual bookstore that I've ever reached out to. They were like, yes, can you do it in
They're like,
tomorrow?
please. Yeah. Yeah. This is what I love about this place. Liz and I went to an event there. This is how I discovered this place.
Right.
When we saw another former Scientologist survivor debut her book, Clearly Lies Are True, which is actually on my shelf right back there. Okay. Let me grab it.
Yes, because she'll show you. Pamela Nichols.
I
grew
have
up
my
in the
whole
60s.
Scientology
Mhm.
author bookshelf behind me.
We should start a little cult bookstore mobile.
With all the books
the
ever
cults.
written. Yeah. So that's Pamela Nicol Williams, who I honestly, guys, I never heard of her before I went to this book event. And her story is crazy
Mhm.
because her parents were like original Dianeticists
Mhm.
back in the 50s. And then her story crosses over so many decades of the different parts and places she was a part of Scientology. She was on, guys, she was on the boat before it became the Sea Organization. Okay. Like,
Right.
that's how wild this woman's story is. So if you guys get all the books, okay? Like,
She's a kind soul too.
she's very kind.
Yeah, and honestly, her book is very different than mine in writing
yeah.
and in tone, but it's amazing how all of the Scientology sort of memoirs or exposés have similar, like, they have patterns that you doesn't matter if it was in the 50s or in the
Mhm.
80s, you see this abuse cover up, you see forced confessions, you
Mhm.
see a lot of, you know, essay, I don't even wanna say the words, but all the types of assaults on
Yeah.
all the ages of people,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it just doesn't matter what year you were in it. The policy was baked in the same. So I find that fascinating, and then it's how up to, like, our art and our voice, how we then express it. And some of
Mhm.
her, scenes that she was reading really illustrated how abuse can be covered up at the
Oh, yeah.
highest level
Yeah.
to children.
Yeah.
I mean, it tugged on my heartstrings for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, it's like, we've been talking about this kind of stuff for years. And it was interesting to see, she's slightly older than me. She's like 60. She's like a decade older than me, 65-ish.
Oh, you're
Okay.
not 70?
What?
You're not
No.
80 years old?
No.
Oh,
So, it was interesting to see that, and this is what I've tried to explain to people. There's never not been a time in Scientology where abuse is happening. It was there from the
exactly.
very start. It is ongoing today.
Yep.
Everything is fine. Candy asked the question you answered earlier, so we're just going to repeat the answer. Does Liz sign books if you can't make it to Portland? The answer, Candy, is yes. Liz is setting up her fourth wall, which is where you can buy merch and other
Mhm,
things, but she will have a selection, limited, of signed copies
mhm.
of her book for sale there. Is that
They're
up
there.
yet, or you're working on it?
It is there right now, and if you go over
What's the
to
website? Let me pull it up. You didn't give
well,
me.
that's a great question, isn't it? I think it's linked on my,
It's on your
uh
YouTube?
yeah, I think you can just click it
Okay, let me
right up
pull it
there,
up.
like, shop. Ooh, I also put up a little bit of merch for my show, Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist. I did
Ooh.
2 shirts and 2 sweatshirts. They come in black and get this, hemp green. Boom. I was like, "That's the color." I mean, I wear green all the
So,
time,
okay,
but
which one is it? Is it going to be confessionsofanex-Scientologist.com or the lizgale.com?
for
I'll
in
pull up both.
general,
We'll
oh
see.
my lord. I don't know, I have websites coming out my ears, guys.
I know, me too, me too.
That's a great question. You know what's funny, Nora, is I actually forgot that I made that website. I
Which one?
literally forgot
The
the
Liz
Confessions
Gale
of an
one?
Ex-Scientologist no,
Oh,
Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist.com. I just totally forgot that I made that, but yeah, that's probably where we should direct people because eventually, if you wanna come on and chat about something, or if maybe you wanna send me stories or tips or I don't know, you just got something to say, that will be a great place to contact me as well.
I'm gonna pull them both up here, and we'll put them up. Put
Nora, you know what it's like when you get a little domain happy. You get a little
So
online
this
buying
one
the
just is your
.com.
coming soon page.
Yes, and I'm going to expand that one so that I can
Okay.
get sponsors and
But both also say have your show. So let
yeah,
me just pull this one up because the other one's just a coming
I'm
soon.
gonna saturate the internet
It's
with
fine.
your talk.
Have 45 websites, my friend. I don't have a problem with
I
it.
know, that's what I'm saying.
So right now this is here we go. Look at Liz. Look at
Thanks.
that pudding.
That's me.
That's her.
There I am.
That's Liz. And so that's who she is. She's an author,
I'm
artist,
a
activist. Boom. And then here's the new show, guys. This is coming on her channel, on the
tomorrow.
Liz Gale Gale channel.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow,
morning. Mhm.
tomorrow,
Mhm.
9 a.m. Pacific
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the book. Okay. Here's the QR code. I'm just going to leave that up for a little bit. And then, of course, her art, the Red String Project. We're going to have a couple of those boards there as well. Here's the receipt. Okay. And here's her TikTokies. If you guys aren't subscribed to the TikTok, right there, boom. She wants to collab with you.
Don't
People.
leave that up there because I don't know where that goes. I think it goes to Liz Gale, which you're on, because that's a paper document that I emailed to people or a PDF.
Let me see.
We're in a loop. We're stuck in a loop.
We're stuck in a. I'm doing it. I'm doing it live. I'm gonna.
All right.
click
Well,
on
you're
it.
gonna go to lizgale.com, which is where
It
that's
takes
at.
me. It says, "Oops."
Great, guys.
Don't click that.
Don't click that. I better.
Liz is gonna fix that later.
That.
Guys,
I'm
we
never
did.
gonna fix that,
Guys, we did it live. Okay,
I'm
we did
never
it
gonna
live.
fix that. No.
We're gonna fix it.
Well, that's the little document. That's a PDF that I have sent out to a few podcasts. So I was just on Was I in a Cult? And that was awesome. And they're going to do another part 2 because we were supposed to talk for an hour. We talked for 4.5 hours. You know how that goes. Yeah, it was great. And she reminded me of so many things and so many stories that I hadn't thought about in years. So
That's
that was
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
actually coming up, I'm going to do why can't I remember what it's called? The Nexium. Nipsey
Ooh.
and
Oh,
God,
you're going on their podcast?
yes, I'm not
Love
doing a
it.
very good job of promoting it. I wasn't even sure if I should really talk about it because we haven't
That's
recorded
the
it yet.
podcast is a little bit culty.
Thank you. A little bit culty.
Yes.
And so we'll do that. I think I'll do
I'm a
that later
fan, and
this month.
I'm also mad I didn't think of that name earlier.
I know. It's a good one.
It's a great name. It's a great name. Oh, who just did memberships? What is going on here? This is on your channel. That's on your channel, girl.
Art supporter. I should have known. Thank you so much. Can I find out who did that?
Castias gifted 50 memberships.
Oh my Lord, thank you so much. That is so kind and great. My memberships, if anybody say thank you, please, if you got one.
Yes, that's wow. 50 memberships from Ann Castias. Thank you, Ann. Look at that.
Ann. Ann's been around a long time.
Ann has been around forever, helping and supporting. Thank you.
Yeah. And anybody else, if you didn't get one and you're jealous, they're 99 cents on my channel.
There you go, guys. There you go.
And it helps me sleep at night. I go, oh, there's this many people.
Right? Oh, and then Ann just gifted another 50.
Ann! Oh, is that on your channel?
No, that's on you. That's all you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. You're going to get everybody in my chat, no doubt. I don't have the numbers up, but
that's fucking awesome. No, I've got it. I've got it right here because I can see because anybody who's in your chat right now,
okay,
it says paired on my little chat screen here, so I can see.
Thank
like
you.
if I do this, then the whole chat, all the chat, boom. Now the chat's up with us. See, we can put it. Everybody can see. So we've got, now we'll see all the stuff that comes in.
Sure, then I'll turn this one.
Boom. There you go.
That's
see,
so
now you
great.
can see all of the chats from every channel.
Yeah, but everybody has to see my face so big now. How dare you?
How dare you? Your beautiful visage.
What
so
else was
large.
I going to say to you? I was going to tell you something else exciting, but I forgot.
What else is exciting?
Something else was exciting.
I don't know.
It'll come to me. If it's important, it'll call back.
Yes.
But I'm really grateful for all the memberships. Oh, and I'm definitely going to do some behind the scenes member things once starting tomorrow, actually.
Starting tomorrow, guys. Yeah. So all you guys who just got a membership
and some.
There you go. Yeah, I gotta do more. I'll have a members only stream coming up after we do our event. So stay tuned. I'll be announcing that. That'll be fun. We'll get everybody in there. I know there's no good time for everybody because you guys are all over the world, and I just don't. I can't stay on for 24 hours. I can't. I've done 5.
Have you ever thought about doing that? I've actually thought
of 24-hour stream,
but not here in my house. I've actually thought several times about hitting the road on some sort of Mecca road trip Scientology thing, and we just are live the whole time, the entire time. Like, we don't have to have it on us, I guess, while we're sleeping. It could just be on the, wherever. But I honestly think I'd feel safer that way too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that would be fun because then you could switch off driving and you could do all this stuff. Or, we just hire like a team of drivers,
Yeah. Who wants to drive Nora and I up and down the West Coast? podcast, and we will just live stream the whole time.
We'll just live stream. I mean, some streamers are on 24 hours a day, and they literally just like they're sleeping. And guys, here's the deal. I'm a real human being. I probably fart and stuff, and I wear a CPAP. So that's not for streaming.
That's not for but you
You
don't have
guys
to
don't
have
want to
it.
see that.
It doesn't have to necessarily be on you while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
know?
well that's good because
But
I
it
would.
could still be on. That way, as soon as you get up, you're just like, "Hey."
Yeah, because I would be
It
super
takes some
uncomfortable.
guts. I mean, you look all crazy, whatever, in the
Right.
morning, but because we're old ladies, remember?
Super Pup, thank you for being a member over there at Nora Knows for 21 months. I love you.
21
I
months,
did
Nora.
7
That's
hours
2
once. Did
years.
I do 7 hours?
See? You're
God, I
practically
must have
there.
fucking blacked out.
And
Jesus Christ.
oh, that's funny. In a 7-hour live, you kinda do black out a little because you get done,
Right.
you're like, "What did I say?"
I know, guys, for reals. I know people are like, I don't remember all the things that I've talked about. I do remember some highlights. Like if I made a real good funny, I'll remember that.
You'll remember
But
that.
but I don't I don't remember every single word that comes out of my mouth, contrary to popular belief.
Does anybody, though? Like, over the
No,
course
I
of their
don't think
life?
they do.
Yeah.
That's why I try. I mean, I try my best, especially in the now times, especially in 2026, to choose my words a little more carefully
Mhm.
while I'm saying them to the universe.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I like writing because
Mm.
you kinda say it, you write it, and then it just exists. It just sticks.
Yeah, I've been
I like
better
that.
about journaling lately. I'm really trying to instead of scrolling on my phone before bed,
Mm,
I'm really trying to just journal out my day to
okay.
let it
Get it out of
go.
your head. Mhm.
Yeah. And then I don't the dreams are a little bit better. Although I
Mm.
did have a very vivid, and I told T this already, I messaged her, but I literally had this vivid nightmare that T
Last
and
night?
I were 2 nights ago,
Okay. Recently.
that T and I were fighting on the internet, that she was coming for me, just making video. I don't even remember in the dream itself, there was not an incident, an impetus
Okay.
for this. And so I messaged her today and I was like, I really hope I don't like that. I don't want that to be real.
Like, are we okay?
We're
Are we
good,
good?
right?
Yeah. I got a text like that the other morning. It was like, "I dreamt something really bad happened to you. Are you okay?" I was like, "Well, yikes." I think so.
I've had those, but I had those as a kid about my mom and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
terrifying nightmares, things
Oh,
like
I had
that.
nightmares for years after leaving Scientology as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I was always, back at boarding school, or I was always somewhere and I didn't have what I needed to, get to the next place because,
Mhm.
and
I really fucked myself up
powerless.
after I left the RPF. I moved in with my mom, but I decided it was a really good idea, kids, to buy myself a loft bed. And so every morning I woke up in a loft bed, in a
Yay.
panic, in a
Yeah,
sweat, thinking I was back on a bunk on
right.
the RPF.
No. I
That
highly
was the
recommend if you
dumbest thing I could have done,
yeah, that's probably, the not a great call. Pro tip, if you're leaving the Sea Org, get probably even a double size, just
get
a
a king
bigger
size
bed
bed
than it.
and
Yeah,
just,
get a
fucking roll around.
California king, roll around. Yeah,
Just all of the bed,
all
all
of
of
the
the
bed.
bed, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, and
that's
I
rough.
hear you, Freya. The menopause is hitting me hard, and the nightmares and the sweats are not fun. So that's, it's, so much fun.
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that is not covered in the book, guys. That's not.
Oh my gosh. So
Mm-mm.
this will be a series. Listen, I know I've talked a big talk for the last couple of years. It is harder than I thought, honestly, from the bottom of my soul. It is harder than I thought to write this Confessions of an Ex-Scientology Mom. Turns
Wow.
out I got some mommy issues.
Wait,
It
what?
has been so hard for me to get through this because yeah, I mean, if it was any other topic, I feel like that'd be much easier. And even now, I procrastinate. I'm working on Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist Occultist, Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist Activist. Every time something crazy happens in this community,
Sure.
I'm like, oh, I should make a note of that one. For the activist one, where this is a crazy space here, ex-Scientology land.
Yeah.
And we got some stories to tell. But yeah, the mom one it's hit me so hard. And I know it's going to be a great, like a powerful thing, because
Mm-hmm.
always in my heart of hearts, I've always thought that Dianetics is a man hating, I mean, a woman, why did I say that like that? A woman hating book. It's a pro male text. And I'm not like coming at you hardcore feminist or whatever. We're saying the A word, terminating a pregnancy, was in Dianetics, the original
Oh,
edition, 57 times.
yeah.
Okay. He was
He was
obsessed
obsessed.
with mothers and pregnancy
Oh,
and all
God.
the things that a woman could do that was wrong and bad,
It makes me
right?
wonder if his, like, my great grandmother was very clear. She was like, she homesteaded, okay? Like, she was living on a fucking
Right.
roughneck homestead. She was a lady from fucking the middle of nowhere, Montana,
I
right?
love
She's
that.
just like hardcore lady.
Yeah.
She never wanted to have kids. And she told my grandmother, like, when she was like an elder teen, basically that she had physically tried to abort her multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so then this is the trauma that my grandmother carried around. And my grandmother was very sickly. She got scarlet fever as a
Mhm.
young child and survived it somehow. I think my great grandma was like, we'll see what happens. Like, she was like, eh, you know. And so my mother then grew up in an environment that was like, when my grandmother was pregnant with my mother, she gained 8 pounds.
Ooh.
Yeah. And she was smoking and drinking the whole time because it was the 40s, right? And so then that trauma, of course, that's generational trauma, guys, which science tells us is all biological, right? Like, minus all the cult stuff, which
Mhm.
is just, whoa,
Mhm.
it's just a party favor at that point, and then that carried on to me and my mom. My mom had 8 miscarriages before she had me. Not on
Wow.
purpose. She was just like, her body was like not happy. And then when she gave birth to me, we both almost died because
Mhm.
my umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck and my shoulder, and I was doing like the little bungee jump for 24 hours trying to come out. It was a whole thing. I'm here, obviously. But it was like,
Dang.
it's a lot of stuff, right?
Mhm.
And that's just as far back as I know, right?
Mhm.
In terms of like my maternal line. And it's mommy issues. I joke all the time about having daddy issues. My dad died
Mm.
when I was 19.
Mhm.
Um,
I
which
got
is
those too.
right. Yeah. This is where Liz and I are twinsies. We both lost our dads when we were teens.
Mhm.
Very dramatically, very suddenly, without
Mhm.
warning, kind of a thing. And, my mom is still alive. We have a much better relationship now, but that trauma still exists. And then the trauma of Scientology is a whole like separate cheesecake, you
Yeah.
know. And it's hard because the boomer generation, God love them, they're hardworking. They, did a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff, like every generation. But it was indoctrinated into them very heavily during the 50s and 60s, especially, that mental health was bad and that only crazy people were people who were receiving any type of like thing like that. Not until the late 70s, during the greed is good Wall Street boom 80s, did the truly rich avail themselves of like weekly therapy, as like I gotta have somebody to tell all these things to, kind of a thing. But prior to that, guys, first of all, prior to the 40s and 50s, nobody talked. They just went to the bar and they talked to the
Yeah.
bartender or their barber,
Right.
or or whatever, their friends down at the place where they would do the drinking and the thinking, or they would pray about it.
Yeah.
But mental health got really fucking demonized in this country and really abused also, let's be real.
Yeah.
uh Mental institutions were gross.
Mhm.
They treated those people horribly. um you know and now it's like everybody has a therapist. We're like fucking Oprah. You get my dog has a therapist. The
Mhm.
cat has a therapist. It's like the exact opposite. So it's a lot to think about. And when we talk about our mommy issues, I think it's harder as women, because men can be like, well, I have mommy issues, and then we're like, oh, okay, we understand you totally.
Right.
But with women, we say, oh, I have mommy issues. They're like, well, you're just a
Mm,
misogynist.
yeah, yeah. Well, daddy issues seems a little more appealing, because that has a connotation to it.
Right? Yeah.
Mommy issues, not quite as much, but
Yeah.
if you are, if you if you also become a mother
Mhm.
yourself, I think that
Mhm.
that compounds mommy issues.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, being a mother tends to overcome a lot of our identity. It's a huge responsibility. It takes a lot of our time, our identity, our body, all the
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
our love, our attention. So yeah, it can run pretty deep. I don't know. And
I'm
and and then something happens like recently happened. I already told Nora this, I'll tell everybody. Turns out my 11-year-old decides to get my mother, who I have not spoken to in 8 years, who is a full-blown Scientologist. You can still look her up today, and she has a page on her personal and I mean, her professional website, "I am a Scientologist."
Oh,
She
yeah. Braggadocious.
she's into it. Um, she knows how to play the game. My 11-year-old son got unbeknownst to me.
While you guys were
Um,
on vacation, let's be real. You guys are
yeah,
on
no,
vacation.
he was actually on a boat. Anyway, he's growing older. He's making more decisions of his own. He did actually get a phone, and so this is a whole new world. But anyway, yes, he reached out to my mother and said, "Hi, something, something." Identified himself, said, "Let me know." Bitch left him on red.
Well, I'm not s I there was a piece of me that wanted to be Pollyanna when you told me this story that she was gonna, like, at least write back and be like, "Don't contact me." Like, do the whole, like,
Like,
you
talk
were
to your
declared.
mother
Yeah,
or just a heart.
you're declared. I
Yeah,
can't
no,
speak to you.
just red.
Just nothing. She read it.
Yeah, she did.
She read it.
Honestly, silver lining, I was like, "Okay, like, what's going on? Why'd you do that?" And I was able to have a new conversation with my 11-year-old that I hadn't
Mm.
had before. Like, I did tell him a story about when I was his age, where I was, what I was doing. Um, Part of that included at 12 years old, after I'd been at boarding school for 3 years. Yeah, elite Scientology boarding school.
It's in here.
I started getting in trouble. So the solution was for me to go to Florida to
Of
flag,
course. Of
which
course.
this is when they were sending all the teens and preteens for
Teen
TRs.
week.
Yep. Well, for TRs and objectives.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I so TRs and objectives, for everybody who wants to know, who doesn't know, it is kind of a lower range process that every single person who gets indoctrinated into Scientology has to do.
Yep.
Some of them are drills. They're very hypnotic, very ritualistic. Some of them you repeat over and over your entire time in Scientology. You do them, at first for 5 minutes, then you do them for 2 hours, like 5 hours, whatever it takes. Um,
I cheated.
I mean, yeah. How
No,
did
no,
you
I mean,
cheat
I
though?
cheated. I was getting objectives from a student auditor while I was on student hat, and in the middle of getting the objectives, I went to the examiner and originated being a last lifetime clear, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they sent me to AOLA, and I got declared clear at 13, and then so I only did, like, 5 objectives, and I never did any more for, like, my whole.
It's funny that you say that. It's really funny that you say that because such a similar thing happened to me. I don't think it was
Really?
right then, but I attested to being past life clear, but then they said I couldn't do it. They said that I had to go back, and they said it was wrong. And I didn't, I attested to it, but it didn't pass on the e-meter. Um, and so I ended up having to redo my objectives. And that's when I started to do Keto Life and LOC. These are all courses. I'm getting way too ahead of
It's all
myself.
crazy indoctrinated, but
Yeah.
what year was that?
Um, 90
Like
5,
98,
96,
99?
95, 95, 96. I was
You know
pretty young.
why? You know why they did
96,
that? Because
97.
that's right after I've just this is a quick explanation for
Mhm.
Liz. We're just doing, like, a whole thing right now.
Yeah.
That is right after the very original Golden Age of Tech came out. All past life clears were canceled
Yeah.
at that point because it was like people like me and other people who
Right.
had been declared past life clear, a lot of us were kind of troublemakers. And so they were like, no more people
Yeah.
from the past.
Yeah.
Because they started realizing that, like, first of all, there's only like a few of us. And at
Mhm.
this point, there should be like a lot of
A lot of
original Scientologists
Mhm.
had like died and shit,
Yeah.
and none of them were coming back.
And the ones who were like these born-ins who were just like, "Suck it,
Hi,
I'm clear. I
suck
don't
it.
wanna do all these courses." The other thing is in I mean, okay, so go back here. So I got the chance to walk through, physically show my 11-year-old son one of those drills where you say, look at that wall, walk across the room, touch the wall. Person says thank you. What is it? Look at the wall, thank you. Walk
over to that wall.
Over to the wall, thank you.
Touch that wall, thank you. Turn around. Thank you. And then start over.
For hours. So we were on vacation, like you said. We're in a hotel room, like not a large room. And so I just like do it back and forth a few times. Both my husband and my son are just staring at me. I said, I did this for hours every single day.
Somebody did that to you.
And then, somebody did that to me. And then I did it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And granted, it was, I mean, I've seen people throw tantrums, like go insane on that.
Yeah.
I've seen, I don't know. And I realize now it's to be controlled. You're learning to be controlled. They're called the upper indoctrination drills, levels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so clear. But explaining this to my 11-year-old, I've never gone that deep with him before. He's 11. He doesn't need to worry about this.
Yeah.
He knows that I had a crazy upbringing. I talk about it online. I'm kind of a wild child. But I've never really sat down with him and said, this is the abuse I endured. Like, So I just said, but I don't know what you think you're going to get out of this whole thing with grandma, but you've got 2 amazing grandmas. Go call them. Because they love you. They've always loved you. They held you when you were a baby. They've been there for you. And my mom has not been there for you.
Exactly.
At all. She's never asked about you. She's never responded to you. She's never, So
the chances of her replying to him are very low. And I'm glad you set that expectation with him so that he understands, like, it's not a him thing, right?
No, I mean, speaking of mental health, I was able to actually explain it to him in those terms because he does understand that to a certain degree. And I was like, I honestly think that my mom and I feel bad because she's a living person. I don't want to diagnose her or anything. I will just say that
I'll diagnose away. She's not going to watch this.
I mean, yeah. Well, and my older brother, he had mental health issues, obviously, because he unalived himself. There's like an attachment, and she was attachment issue. I don't know if that is some sort of
no, that's the thing.
Asper. Yeah, like I don't know what the right words are, but I think that she had a really hard time actually connecting with other people in a similar way that my brother did.
Because she's got a little bit of the tism.
Yeah. And I just kind of explained to him like and then the church that rules her behavior.
Yeah.
Tells her to do things and she just does it that way.
Yeah. Somebody's asking here, how can there be a past life Scientologist if it was made up in the 50s? Honey, I was born in 1976. So my past life would be from 1975.
Yeah. I'm a third generation ex-Scientologist because my grandmother got my family in the 50s. By then, my mom was born in 1955. So
there you go.
I mean,
your mom's 7 years younger than my mom. Liz, people want to know, what does your shirt say?
It says, ask me about my cult. Look at my boobs.
Yes.
Look at my cult. Yeah, ask me about my cult. I've actually never worn this outside of the house. This is a TikTok shop.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Maybe I'll wear it out and about. I never wear it to a family event because I would just roll their eyes like, oh.
Like, we know.
We know about your cult.
I know.
Oops. Yeah.
People are like, we heard about it's dangerous. I'm not doing it.
Exactly. Though I will say after this last podcast, the Was I in a Cult? I did get a few old friends reach out and be
there you go.
Like, oh, I hadn't heard that one. Or, it's like, glad you're still alive.
Glad you're still alive.
Yeah. I don't know how you made. That was one of the best compliments that I got when I first put my book out was one of my husband's friends, like veteran hunter, just like the just gruff, masculine, good guy, but just and I was surprised he even bought my book and he read it and he turns and he goes, after I read your book, like I realized you should be way more fucked up than you are. Like you're fucked up, but you should be way more fucked up. I was like, that is the realest thing that anybody
That's a compliment. People usually say, like, when they find out I grew up in Scientology, they're like, oh, that's why you're you.
Right.
Like, I'm like, see, everyone's like, Liz, wow, I really thought you would have been more of a train wreck. Good for you. And people are like, oh, yeah. Oh, Nora, okay. That tracks.
That tracks. No. No, you guys ain't seen nothing yet. You know, to be honest, I think I've had a change of heart lately. And I mean, yours and my style is pretty different. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say that, like, I realize I have been just mousy almost in the ex Scientology space for a while now. You know, I mean, I'm kind of sassy or this or that, but I don't always really say what I really think and I really feel. And I'm so done with that. So done
Yeah.
with that. And actually, I had a very long debate with my father-in-law, of all
Ooh.
people, fairly recently. Great guy. Like, it wasn't a contentious debate or anything. Um, we were talking about faith. We are talking about the concept of belief and faith,
Mm.
and which, you know, is a rabbit hole that
Oh, yeah.
everybody has something to say about. But at the end of it, I realized, wow, I mean, I've always kind of known I think differently. When you are raised in Scientology, particularly to those
Yeah.
who were raised in Christianity
Oh,
or raised
sure.
in another um system that's very specific, you know? And we
Yeah.
were just coming at this like faith, faith, faith. Turns out his idea of faith and my idea of faith, totally different. As like fundamental concepts about
Wow.
how energy in the universe, all these things work. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm a weirdo.
Well,
But
we were just talking about that yesterday, literally, while I was unloading my Costco about the things that we have to like
mhm,
continue to disabuse ourselves of, to continue to
yes,
rewire our brains about certain things that we think that we know inherently are wrong, right?
yeah,
But like the concept of like we were talking about this at the beginning, right? Of like championing yourself, right? Of like being
right.
confident and of you know, this is a big deal that you're doing this book talk and you're at a local bookstore and your books are going to be for sale there. This is actually like a really big deal. But
Yeah,
but the Scientology programming is like, well, that's just your first dynamic. So what are you doing for everyone else? Like we were talking about the concept of friends, right?
mhm,
And it was interesting because like that was something it was really programmed in there that like Scientology breaks down life into 8 parts, okay?
right,
As if it wasn't as if life isn't hard enough already. Now you got to focus on 8 fucking different things
mhm,
that you were supposed to be doing all at once,
mhm,
right? So the first little circle, and it shows it in like in concentric circles, right?
mhm.
So the little dot
Like a
in this,
bullseye
like a bullseye,
or a
exactly. If you
target,
guys
yeah,
picture a bullseye with a dot in the middle and then
mhm,
7 rings around it. So the dot in the middle, that's you. That's just you. That's you and only you. And then the second ring is the second, they go in numbers, right? It's real
mhm,
complicated. It's real magical. The second one, okay, this is sex and your immediate family, right? So
right.
the act of sex
Procreation,
and making babies
yep,
and your immediate like family. The third one, which is the second and the third, always caused me some problems, right? Because I have a huge family. I'm Greek and Irish and shit. So there's like 3 million of us. But the third one is your group. It's the group dynamic. So this is like your
right.
basketball team. This is
Your
your
school, your
school.
neighborhood, yeah,
Exactly. The fourth dynamic, that's all mankind. That's a lot of people. That's almost 8 billion people. Okay. That's everybody.
everybody,
Yeah. Yeah. And then the fifth is the animals, your dogs, your cats,
and
the
plants, don't
wild
forget about
animals
them
and the
plants.
plants and animals. The sixth dynamic is things like this, things that are material, physical things that you can touch, right?
Mest, it's
That
the
you can
mest universe,
matter,
matter,
energy,
energy,
space, and time. Okay. Seventh, now this is where it gets confusing because the first dynamic's you. Now the seventh dynamic is you as a spiritual being because in Scientology, your body
right,
and you as a spiritual being, 2 separate entities
mhm,
that can sometimes be totally separate from each other. Heyo.
mhm, mhm,
Um, but you're not the same. Okay. And
mhm,
then the eighth dynamic, and this is also where Scientology gets confusing, is the infinity or God.
mhm.
The God dynamic, right? But there is no God in Scientology.
And they're
Anyway,
like, "Insert God here."
insert you as God.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
So the third dynamic, because of this hardened thing, like once you're in a group, any group, those are your friends. Anybody who's not a part of your group, they are not your brand.
Yeah, because if you get in trouble in the third dynamic, then and this is so niche, but then you have to do liability, and the first step in liability is decide who one's friends are.
Right. So, like, for somebody like me, and similarly to you, I went to public school for most of my schooling. So my friends, my actual people that I grew up with, okay,
Mhm.
none of whom were Scientologists. But when I joined the fake space Navy, they weren't in my group.
Right.
And so you get indoctrinated. This is how
Mhm.
people separate themselves from society, right?
Right.
And become just enmeshed in
Mhm.
the Scientology world because their group
Right.
is Scientologists.
Those are your
Those
friends.
are your friends, those are your family, those are
Yes.
your confidants, those are everything. So I had this weird idea that if I'm in the same group as somebody, like let's just say the ex-Scientologist category, there are thousands of us out here, okay?
Yeah.
That meant that all those people in my mind, they're
Mm.
all my friends because
That's a dangerous game,
we're
Nora.
the same, right? And I'm like, so now it's taken me like a decade plus to go like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
What is a friend? What does that mean if someone is my friend? What are the
What does that mean to
what are
you?
the requirements? Well, for me,
Yeah.
that means like number one, I am in touch with you. Like
Mhm.
we talk on the phone. I see you.
Okay. Yeah.
We converse. It's not just like a like a Easter Christmas Catholic,
Right.
where
That's
it's just
friendly to
that
me.
is friendly.
It's
That
like
is
we're
friendly.
friendly, but
Right.
it doesn't mean that we're
Well,
friends.
see, this is when I started figuring out what a friend is because years ago I took my birthday off of Facebook, not because of privacy concerns, which I have now, but I wanted to see which of my friends knew when my birthday was or not.
Well, now I'm an asshole. When's your birthday, Nora?
That nobody knows.
Oh my god, you're gonna text it to me later. I'm
So
gonna put it
I'll
in my
text it to
calendar.
you.
I feel like I'm gonna get dinged pretty hard in this friendship if I miss your birthday.
No. Like, my birthday has never been that big a deal to me.
No, but I
It's
know
not.
what you mean.
But
I
it's like,
do
so
know
on
what you mean.
Facebook, when you have your
Mhm.
birthday on there, like random people who never talk to you, they
Right.
never say anything. They don't comment on your posts. They
Mhm.
don't like it. They don't watch your show. They do nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, "Happy birthday." And you're just
Aw.
like, it's a guilt thing at that point. You're like, "Oh,
I
fuck, I
guess.
haven't talked to that bitch in a whole
But
fucking
there's
year."
but there's isn't
Yeah.
there other acquaintances though as well? Or just like because there's so many niches. There's acquaintance and then there's also colleague. Like
Dylan
I
Dylan says a friend is someone who can carry you off the mountain if you break your leg. That's me. I mean, that's me as a friend. If we're hiking and you broke some shit, I'm getting you down there.
I'll
That's the end of
drag
that.
you, but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
At what year and what age did I join the Sea Org journey? It was 1995, and I was 18 and a half because it was January 29th,
Oh,
1995 that I joined the Sea organization.
wow,
Yes.
that just came and went fairly recently.
Yeah. Well, my
Thank
wedding
goodness for
anniversary
you.
is the 28th. So
Okay. Big energy in
big
that week.
energy in January, man. Big, that whole new year, new you
Yeah.
kind of vibe. Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
like that in March. March is just historically a shit show
Is it?
for
It's
me.
just like, is that
You know what I
when
think it is
Mercury goes in the microwave for you or whatever?
yeah, it's when my last 10 brain cells just start vibrating very, very hard. No, I think it has clearly I mean, this is silly to say, but it has to do with my brother's passing death, which
Mm,
is March 13th, but my
right.
mother's birthday is also March 19th, and so somewhere around, like, March 6th, I just see it on the calendar, and I don't
That's
know.
my dad's birthday.
March 19th? That's right.
6th, March
6th.
6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had Lara's dad's birthday is the same as my mother's birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a star sign to be susceptible.
It's something. It's
Yeah.
something. I mean, my
I
mom
keep
and I are
staring at
both
my
May.
face, and I left my makeup bag at the coast, and I have a totally different foundation on, and I just so you guys know, I'll fix this later.
You're
Like, she looks kind of peaked.
you don't look peaked. Stop it. Stop that. Yeah, no, my
But yeah,
birthday's in May. I'm turning 50
50.
in May. Thank God it's not on Mother's Day this year. I have the pleasure of having my birthday sometimes on Mother's Day.
That's hard to
Um,
share. You can't go out to eat, you can't go out to brunch, that's for dang sure.
no, but I will say my 30th birthday was the best because it was on Mother's Day and it
No.
was my first Mother's Day as a mom on my
Oh,
30th
yeah.
birthday. My
Bonus.
son was like, God, how old was he? Like December, January, February, March. He was 6 months old.
Oh, okay.
My oldest was 6 months old. I had to like do the finger count, guys, because I can't
Yeah.
think like that. Um, yeah, but he was 6 months old, and I was out with my mom and my mom's best friend, who's like my other mom. And it was just like, I'm a mom now. Like, I'm one of the cool people.
Right.
I'm official. And so 30 didn't like really
You're cool mom.
upset me, 40
Right.
didn't upset me either. I'm excited for 50. So yeah,
I mean,
it's
50 kinda freaks me out a little bit, but we'll
yeah,
see
you
how
got a
you
long time,
I'll
lady.
watch you first, and we'll see how
There
it
you
goes,
go.
but we should definitely have some sort of celebration.
Oh, we will. We will.
I will.
I'm gonna go to SoCal to see my mom, and
Okay.
we're gonna spend a few days together before my birthday.
Cool,
And
so you just described a celebration that I'm not at. You know how much
well,
I love
well,
don't getting
here's you
invited to
want to
a
know what's
birthday party,
I
Nora.
know. No, no, we're gonna do a birthday party later when I get back. But my mom and I want to do This Is Your Life thing, which is going to be funny, guys, because
Are you talking
uh
about a live stream?
oh god, I might, but
Okay.
because we have to go to because my mom was like, I don't want to go to the blue buildings. I don't want to go there. And I was like, well, actually, we have to go, mom. And she's like, why? And I said, because don't forget, in 1975, when you were pregnant with me, where were you doing Lamaze class? That's right, kids, at Cedars of Lebanon. Before Scientology purchased it
Ah.
in 1976, when I was born, she did Lamaze class on the second floor of what is now the Advanced Organization Los Angeles. Okay, with Sylvester Stallone, thank you very much, was in the same Lamaze class with my mom and dad. My dad's like, it's the guy from the thing. And my mom's like, we're breathing. Shut up. Right.
As an ex-Scientology clear, you
Mhm.
must have known that Scientology was buying that building. You just got there a little
I
bit
knew.
early,
Yeah.
but
I was like,
luckily you found a Scientologist
of
mother.
course, I
Well,
hovering around Los Angeles and the choice between Sylvester Stallone's kid's body and then the one my mom was making in the cult. I chose the cult people.
yeah, yeah, you did. That's because of your past life, being a past life clear. You did that. You were so power over matter, energy, space.
Powerful. Yeah, we have a lot of places to tool around LA. My mom wants to take to go to the old apartment that they lived in when I was
Okay,
born. And we'll go to Celebrity Center because that's where my mom was working
right.
when I was little. So that's where the
Will you
Guardian's
try to get
office
a
was.
tour? Do you
Oh
think
my
if you're just with your
god.
mom that they'll I mean, you think I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure listen, most of the first of all, James Richardson is still the security chief there. If I roll up with my mom and I'm like, "Hi, I'd like to get a tour because my mom used to work on the 7th floor and my dad painted all the faux wood beams on the 7th and 8th
It's a
floor.
SP.
I'd like to just, just take a look."
Mm. I'd like to spread a little bit of my N theta around.
Yes, I would just like I don't wanna talk to anybody. Ew.
No.
No, James would come out in a fucking heartbeat to be like, try and like tower over me and my mom and be
Right.
like, James, do you have a new child bride now? What's happening?
So he was the security guy when you were there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He wasn't the chief, but he was a security guy. I mean,
I bet
I
he was
was
the same
working
when I was
inside the
there.
building when Mark Bunker was recording that footage outside where James
Oh.
steps on his foot.
Oh, okay. My
Yeah.
gosh. That's wild. That is wild. Yeah, I used to go to Celebrity Center every day after school. I would have
School.
school from 9 to 12 every day up in the Los Feliz Hills at this lady's house.
Mhm.
I still can't even remember what it's called. You guys, I have
Was it Apple School?
I think it was when Apple School wasn't Apple School
Right.
for like a second. Um, but Elizabeth Moss went there.
Mhm.
Um, one of the girls
Probably
on Lizzie McGuire went there.
I'm sure Erica went there and probably Vonnie and Marissa.
They were working already, so
They
they
were
weren't
working
there,
already?
but
Okay.
the place was designed so that you could take your, um, work on set, and you just had to, like, send it in or
Yep.
fax it by 2 o'clock on, not Thursday, actually, on by Tuesday. So, that was fun. You get to do stuff by Tuesday and by Thur constant pressure inside. Yeah, and then I used to walk down to Celebrity Center and do course from 1 to 6. So I had significantly more Scientology time than school time,
Of course.
that's for sure. And I did my Key to Life, which in case nobody knows, takes weeks to do, and you literally learn
Months.
every months. Yeah, thank you. It did take months. You learn you have a book, not joking. You have a book this thick,
Yeah.
and you study every variation of every small word. So every definition of of, the, and, to, for, from. Yeah, I mean, it
And you get a
really.
really weird idea about grammar, guys. They try to redefine grammar in it, so it really fucks you up
And I
if
think it is hypnotic. It
yes.
is hypnotic, ritualistic, like, it's almost like boot camp for linguistics, where you go into boot camp and they break down your identity and build it back up. It's almost like that, but for language, and they break down your language, and
Yeah.
then they insert all this Scientology language, and then
Yep.
pretty soon you're speaking Scientologese, and nobody knows what the fuck you're saying except for
Yeah.
other Scientologists.
Yeah. It's a code. It's a code. If you guess, my birthday, will I tell you?
Ooh,
Sure. The
sure.
13th is not correct. I will tell you that. I mean, it
Alright.
doesn't I mean, guys, if you know my birthday, it's already out there. It's not like it's top secret or something. My mom went into labor on May 13th, but I was not born on that day. That was a Thursday. I was born on a Friday. On Friday, May
Do the math,
14th.
friends. Put it in your calendars now, and
Put it
then
on your calendars, guys. It's an important day
that's
to be
right.
celebrated.
Add her buy me a coffee, and then on her birthday, you'll be all set, ready to just buy her coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. No, peace of my mind. That is perfect way to say it. Neural linguistics. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I like that. That's very fancy. Neural
Yeah,
linguistics.
and this course, Key to Life, was followed by a course called Life Orientation Course, where you
Fucking hate
then
that course.
I know, where you then go and you basically recreate your identity. You learn Scientology's way of
You're supposed to the end phenomena of that course, guys. Here, I'm going to save you a couple $1,000.
do it.
You find out your purpose in life,
Yeah.
and you then pursue that purpose
Mhm.
with, vigor.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
With tone 40.
Yeah, I did that
Intention.
course while I was the word clearer, and I found out my purpose in life was a totally other post. And then when that happens, when you're in the fake space Navy guys, they are supposed to move you to that post. They are not supposed to because
Pro tip.
it's so powerful
Mhm.
finding your purpose that
Right.
it's in the course that you
Right.
must get reposted and put onto that thing. Do they do that? No. I had Renee Duzak talk about a see you next Tuesday in real life, okay? That woman came and screamed at me for a half an hour straight about how I fucking better redo the last step and it better be to be a word clear for the rest of my life or I was going straight to the RPF. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like, that's the part that gets me. Why send a like, why even teach us about integrity and honesty
It doesn't
and
exist.
this whole front, like, "Oh, we're so good, you wanna be moral and ethical and high tone and all this stuff," and have at Delphi, the Scientology boarding school I went to, I mean, integrity is the whole thing.
Right.
But then when
Allegedly.
you actually have integrity and you
Uh-huh.
say, "Hey, this is what I actually think based on, my experience that I lived through," and they're like, "No, no, you're an SP."
They're like, no, we didn't mean actual integrity. We mean
Yeah,
we want you to do what we tell you, and then
right.
that's integrity.
Have the integrity to do what I tell you to do.
Right.
Even
Have
though what I'm telling you to do is insane, have the integrity to go against the grain because I said so,
Right. If
not
you have
because you said
integrity, what do they say to you, Liz? Are you ready for the magic words that snap you back into the hypnotic commands? Ready?
so. Am I?
What's the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, Liz?
Right, right.
Mm.
That's always so when we were talking earlier, guys, about the 8 different sections of life, any decision you make, you're supposed to look at every one of those dynamics and see how many it's good for versus bad for. So you say,
Right.
"Okay, I'm gonna get a belly ring." Well, first dynamic, it's great because I love it. Second dynamic, maybe good because it's cute and I'm gonna attract a partner. Third dynamic, no, not good because my community, I'll look bad for the community. Fourth dynamic, Scientology, no, not great. Messed, well, it actually puts a hole in my stomach, so not good. Boom, now it's bad.
It's bad.
So you can't actually make any decisions because by the time you get to the group and Scientology, unless it is completely a for Scientology thing, it's bad for them. So if you say, "I wanna go to college," or "I wanna get a certificate, I
I
wanna go
want
to
to leave
trade
the fake
school,
space navy.
I wanna leave, I wanna do something different." Well, first dynamic, no,
Great.
technically that's bad for you because 'cause you're
Yeah.
leaving Scientology behind. Second dynamic, bad. Third, maybe it's better for some, I don't know, it's such a mind, like, you can't get out of the trap.
Well,
You
they only
can't
want you to
ever get
focus
out.
on the third dynamic, the group, Scientology, and, like, allegedly, the third is really helping the fourth, that being part of Scientology, doing Scientology is making all of mankind better. Because do you remember the ad that they used to run before every film? Do you remember
Which
it?
one?
Okay.
Probably, if
So
you remind
so
me.
before every when you're doing all these classes and courses, guys, you have to there's films. There's these great, technical films, okay?
Yeah.
And before
I think
everyone, they
Six
would
for
have, like,
sure.
these series of, like, kind of like PSAs, okay? So there's one PSA where you see this man and a woman, and they have a kid, and they're all very, very happy, and he goes in to, like, give her a kiss, and it looks like, "Oh, that's a happy family." And then the Jeff, fuck, what's his last name? I'm thinking of, like, 3 Jeffs that are wrong, that are all Scientologists. Um
I'm thinking Jeff Pomerantz, and I don't
Yes,
even know who
thank you,
that
Jeff
is.
Pomerantz.
Okay.
Jeff Pomerantz, because he's the
Okay.
voice of Scientology.
Yeah.
He comes on, and he's like, "Live only on the first and second dynamics." And then the people he's got his arm around it, and then the camera swoops
Yeah.
around them, and then it becomes this scary scene that's just destruction, and they're, like, clutching each other, and it's like, "And that's all you'll have." So, like, if you focus on yourself and your family,
Right.
you will literally destroy everything
Right.
else.
Right.
You have to only focus on Scientology,
Right. Which
right?
in a normal
Which
world,
is
it's like, of
insane.
course, put your family and your physical health before you do other things, because then you can do other things. But the way they make it, you know
Mhm.
what, Nora? I've seen that, but I don't think it was shown to me every time I watched a film. I wonder if they showed it to Sea Org people
Oh,
way
I'm sure
more,
we saw that all the time, but it was like it would
which is
come before.
disgusting.
Well, because I watched so many tech films, and if you didn't do
Right.
a lot of training, you didn't see it.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
mean, that's pretty harsh, like, propaganda
But
programming.
also, like, look at Orientation, which they don't show anymore. I mean, the fucking end of that film is like, you could jump off a bridge or blow your brains out. That's your choice. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he's basically saying, "You can leave here and never do Scientology or think about it again." And then he pauses, and he's like, "And you could jump off a bridge or blow your brains out."
Yeah.
Like, as if
Talking
if you don't do Scientology,
right.
that's your only other option.
Yeah, and guess whose brother jumped out of a 15-story building?
Yeah,
Mine. Like,
rude that they put that
rude, rude
I
to
mean,
say that,
disgusting.
and also rude to put that out in the universe as the comparison, as the sort of standard, and that orientation, every Scientologist had to watch it at least 3 times.
Oh god, I
I
can't tell you how
I
many
mean,
times I
well,
saw that
actually,
movie.
I know all staff members had to watch it at least 3 times. I think most of the public, they at least had to watch it once, but it was a better stat to keep having them watch it. And you'd pull anybody out from the street to watch it
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
And they had to watch it. As the PES, that was one of my statistics, and I was always so uncomfortable with him. Of course, my brother hadn't died then yet, but that everybody knew that line.
Mhm.
And when I
Yeah,
had
they
questions
yeah.
about it, they were like, "Well, we're trying to weed out people." And I was like, "Well, you're weeding me out. Like, I wanna get the fuck out of here. It's
Yeah.
working. Get me out."
Yeah, I mean,
But
and
I
also, like, they well, they don't show that film anymore because there's the narrator is an SP,
yeah, he
and there's
left, and
several other
so
people in that
mhm.
film that are SPs. I don't know that they'll ever remake that. They haven't remade all the films that Jason Begay was in either.
I know. That's true. That's true. I think they're doing a really different approach these days where I don't think they want to, like, invest in any one person like that
Yeah,
anymore,
yeah.
which is
Well, except for
probably smart
Tom
'cause
Cruise.
statistically, probably 75% of people who have started some Scientology service are gonna leave. I made that statistic up. I wish it was 100, but a lot of people take those introductory courses. Even you hear celebrities, Jerry Seinfeld, David Letterman, a lot of people get conned into the first
Oh,
couple
yeah.
of courses, and they're like, "I'm
One
good."
time when we were real down and out and we weren't doing good at Celebrity Center, we came into a meeting, an all staff meeting, and in the front of the room, they had taken like 2 huge folding tables and piled up all of these folders. Now, in Scientology, they write down everything you say during these counseling confessional sessions, right? And then they put it in a manila folder. And the commanding officer went through and picked up many of these folders, didn't talk about the session itself because that would have been really, really bad, but did say this person, like as an example, Sharon Stone. They were like, Sharon Stone got auditing on this day, and guess what happened the next day? She got, what the fuck was that movie?
Basic Instinct.
Yeah, Basic Instinct. And we're like, the one where she dyed her pubes?
Yeah.
That
She
one,
went
that's
full frontal.
that's a
She confronted.
Scientology result.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were bragging about it. I was like, but in my mind, he's pulling up all these people. And in my mind, I knew I couldn't say this out loud at the time. I was like, and none of these people are still Scientologists.
Right.
But then he said it. He's like, and none of these people are still Scientologists. But Scientology is so powerful that that's why they have Academy Awards and Grammys.
Right.
Because they did that one thing. Do you realize the power that you're wielding right now?
Right. And so now they're counting that person as a Scientologist, saying that we
100%.
have millions of Scientologists. It's like, you know what, Scientology? I do believe that you have introduced and gotten millions of people either to do a course or whatever. But
Mhm.
I would guarantee that the majority of them would not refer to themselves as Scientologists. In fact,
No.
it seems like actual Scientologists are scared to say they're Scientologists. Like the Will and Jada Smith thing. I mean, it has come out now that from Brother Bilal, his ex-employee, whatever, he was like, they were Scientologists. They had a Scientology school. They
Yep.
were getting people to Celebrity Center.
Yep.
They were surrounding themselves and abusing, allegedly, Scientologists, which what better group to take advantage of an enslaved, like marginalized, powerless group just
Mhm.
given to you for labor. Because that's how it works. Like, oh, we'll surround you with our people.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just so weird. And I find that really interesting that some people are allowed to deny it.
Mhm.
When if I had ever tried, like if I had, when I was in Scientology, would go out and say, oh, I'm not a Scientologist or something, I would have gotten in so much trouble. It's a crime, basically.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
can they do that?
I mean, like, I'll tell you this,
Yeah.
when I went to Florida for Aaron's hearing, Michael Pena was on the
Oh,
plane,
that's right.
right?
I know. I was like, talk to him. Get
I
him.
wanted to talk to him so bad, but first of all, guys, I wasn't sitting in no first class. He was.
Right. So he
And he
got
was
on
already
and off.
chatting up with some rando, and I just wanted to I didn't know I
You
wanted
don't wanna
to
get
say,
on a
like,
no-fly list either by, like,
no,
yelling
no.
at a
I
celebrity
needed
at
to
the
get on
airport.
that flight, and I
Yeah.
don't times are tough right now. And
Yeah.
I thought and I was like, "Maybe I'll catch him after." And I was like, by the time my ass in row, 32 gets off the fucking plane, he's already back at his house,
Yeah.
okay? Like, it takes that long to get off the plane. But,
Right.
yeah, no, it's interesting. If I had seen him in just, like, while we were waiting to get on the plane, if I had noticed him, I'd probably been like, "Bro, are you still a Scientologist?
Right.
Because, like, let's talk. Like, I loved you. I know you got in from Paul Haggis and shit, but he left, right?
Right.
He left. You were so good in that movie. I thought you were amazing.
He's
I
so
think
likable, which
he's so
is
likable. He's such a good actor, but I'm
yeah.
just like, "Bro, you're better than this."
He says it helped his, quote, "career." It's like, "Oh,
Bullshit.
I bet it did. I bet it helped your career because you signed a deal with the devil
Yeah. No.
in
Get out of
Hollywood."
there. Get out of there, bro.
I think people really, really don't maybe now people understand, like, the Diddy, Epstein, like, this
Mhm.
blackmail machine. I think the concept of that, people understand now, and Scientology is that. Like, it might be
Mhm.
a lot of other things, but it's also a blackmail machine. It tells you that in order for you to be your full potential, you need to tell us every single thing you've ever done wrong. Don't worry, we won't tell the police. That's written in the confessionals. It's like,
Yep.
we will not tell the authorities, but for your own good, you better tell us everything, and the dirtier, the better, because the
Mhm.
better off you're gonna be.
Yeah.
And
You
then
gotta
it's
get it all out.
recorded. Get it all out. It's recorded, it's on essentially a lie detector, and if it's not a full lie detector, it acts as the placebo of a lie
Mhm.
detector.
Mhm.
It's recorded audio, it's written down, it's
Mhm.
recorded visual, and the
Mhm.
bigger celebrity you are, the more is recorded.
Oh, yeah.
You're
100%.
recorded in every hallway you go through, in
Yeah.
everything that you do, and then you say one day, "Oh, well, I don't like you," and they say, "That's fine, but you shut your mouth because we have all your information,"
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And I think honestly a lot of celebrities are already like your brand, it's your identity is your money. It's your
Yeah.
job. So you protect it.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. Guys, I see so many questions coming up. Here's what we're gonna do, because I want to circle back to the event, which is
Yeah, let's
happening
do
this
that.
Saturday. We're gonna have a Q&A.
Mhm.
And then maybe the following week, if you guys were live, because you're just gonna have to watch the book event live. We're gonna answer the audience questions. But if you guys have additional questions after watching that live stream, if you're not able to come, but if you're in the Pacific Northwest, I expect to see you at Bold Books on Saturday night.
We would
Okay.
love to
Well,
hang
I
out.
want to see people.
Yeah.
I want to see people there. Let's just remind everybody, we're talking about this book on Saturday.
Mhm.
Your very first book in a series that
Mhm.
is coming. The
Mhm.
audiobook will be coming soon. I already asked. That was my
Mhm.
first question. Where's the audiobook?
Mhm.
And we're going to be there Saturday night starting at 6 p.m. just to say hey,
That's the
enjoy
early bird, come meet and greet. Like, we will
yeah,
literally be doing nothing but hanging out with you.
having coffee,
Yep.
getting wired on
Yep.
cappuccinos. That's what I'm going to be doing,
Yep.
and eating some pastries. So,
Sounds so good.
yeah.
And then we'll start our sort of group more formal thing at 7.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And then yeah, but we are going to live stream it, most likely to Liz's channel.
I think we'll live stream the event, but perhaps we won't live stream I don't think we'll live stream the meet and greet stuff. We may just set
No.
up a live stream
Yeah.
camera and people can come say hi or
That's
something.
no. That's what I mean when we're live streaming. It's like
Yeah,
the literal event
the
and the
event.
Q&A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People might
Because
come who, you
yeah.
know how ex-Scientologists are too. We're like a paranoid group. Don't put
Boop,
me on
boop,
that
boop.
camera. Yeah.
I'm
OSA.
sure. Listen, hey, Osa, you're invited too. Come find out what really happened.
You know what? And if you are OSA and you
Come on
do
down.
come, please come say hello. And I
I'll buy you a
promise.
coffee. If you identify yourself as Osa, I will
There you
buy
go.
you a coffee.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
And I
listen, guys,
may
I talked to
consider giving
Andrew.
you a copy of my book or
Yes.
letting you at least sit down and read it before you have to go back.
Yeah. I will buy you a meal.
Mhm.
It's okay.
More likely, though, the DSA will show up,
Yeah, and that's fine too. Come on
of
down.
course,
That's the director of special affairs.
which is like the local OSA.
Yeah, it's the local. Every Scientology building has their own very special OSA
Me
person.
too. I actually
Yeah.
don't know who it is in Portland.
Me neither.
I know that the executive director, I believe, is Jeremy Arazzini. I'm not
Who
sure
is
if
the
that's
guy that was out there with the hose a lot, and he also
Oh, yeah,
worked at
that was
Delphi?
Kirch. Uh, actually
Kirchner.
I don't know, it's for John Kirchum. Yeah,
John
Kirch.
Kirchum.
He
Yes.
used to coach,
Volleyball, right?
volleyball at Delphi.
Yeah.
He was
I
a
was
Delphi staff member for a
yeah.
very, very, very long
I
time,
was on the
and
RPF with his daughter, Corey. Yeah.
yes, Corey,
Mm.
one day she came in and she had, like, shaved off all of her hair.
Yep. That sounds like a
Kir
Corey thing to do.
Yeah, another student there actually told me some really rough stuff that she heard allegedly happened in their home. I don't know if it's true or not, but
Why would we not believe that?
sorry, Corey didn't cut her hair. Kelly cut her hair, the younger
Oh,
sister.
the younger sister.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I could believe Corey
Corey
had done that too.
did push me down the stairs once when I was younger.
Yeah, she's a bit
Yeah.
cuckoo cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was also very tall and,
Yes.
intimidating and kinda ran the school a bit.
You don't know when my birthday is. It's May 14th. Peace of my mind. We did that earlier. Oh, and here's the UK link, guys, for all of you guys in the UK
Oh,
and
that's right,
abroad.
it's a different link. I should
Thank you,
remember
Joe.
that. Thank
Well,
you for
Joe's in Scotland,
that.
so she's got you covered.
Thank you so much. That's very, very clever.
Joe's got you covered. Listen, guys, we're gonna be there 6 p.m.
Yep.
this Saturday,
Mhm.
February 7th. Be there. You're gonna get to meet us, and then we're gonna do another show. We'll do a follow-up. Okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
just do a little Q&A after next week.
Yeah, that sounds great.
On after Liz does her brand new regular show that is debuting tomorrow morning at the 9 a.m.
That's right.
Pacific time
That's
on
right.
Liz Gale.
Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist, episode 1. Welcome to the chaos.
Episode 1. Be there, guys. 9 a.m. tomorrow. Liz, final words here before we wrap it up, because you and I we're just going to talk forever otherwise.
That's true.
We have to be tight.
Final words. That sounds very,
Tell us your last words.
I know. All I can think of is what I wanna eat for my last meal now. I don't know why. I'm hungry.
Well, you should have
Final
some lunch.
words, I would say just a reminder, I guess, to everybody that while we are crazy, wild ex-Scientologists, and I think we're all really doing the best that we can out here. And I think that Nora and I have some really exciting, fun things coming up this year
Yes.
that hopefully will bring a lot of new energy to this quote movement and to get some new eyes and on Scientology and ex-Scientology and shake it up a little. My favorite thing to do.
That is facts, guys. That is
Mhm.
facts. Okay, well, listen, I'm excited for Saturday. We are gonna have such a good time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like a timer on my watch, so I shut the fuck up. And like I'm literally, guys, I'm gonna be on a script, like no just off the cuff shit, except for during the Q&A. If people ask
Yeah.
me something, that would be whatever.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna have very exact things that I'm going to say because it's about that lady right there, Miss Liz Gale, because we're gonna be talking about her. And of course, this book, if you guys haven't gotten it already, please order it. There's links all over the place. I'm gonna pin the link in the chat after.
And don't
It's
worry, Nora, you are gonna have a dedicated chapter in my Confessions of an Ex-Scientologist Activist book. Don't you worry, sister.
will it all be about just the lunch that we had that
All
one
of it.
time at
All of it. Yep.
the Outback Steakhouse? My God. We're gonna do,
Yep.
and we are gonna be doing more fun stuff like that, guys. 2026 is we're gonna bring all of the flavors. We're gonna bring all of the
All of
things.
it.
It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna be talking a lot about a lot of important things tomorrow. Just as a heads up, Liz has her show at 9 a.m. At 3 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to have right here on Raging Buddha, Amir, the
Oh,
young man
great. Yep.
who just escaped
Mhm.
from the Happy Org there in Scotland. And God, he cracks me up. We've talked on the phone, and he's a card. We're going to talk about some deep shit tomorrow. I'm
Good.
very excited.
Good.
Don't go anywhere, Liz. I'll be right back. But thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for tuning in on all the channels. Thank you to the members. Thank you to Ann Castillas for dropping 100 memberships over there
Absolutely.
in
Thank you,
Liz's
guys.
channel. Holy
Thank
cow.
you.
Thank you to the Mod Squad. Oh, real quickly before we go, shitballs. Almost forgot.
Shitballs.
For the month of February, guys, we're doing the limited edition. This is limited edition. Mod Squad. We've got tanks for the people down under who are hot. We got socks. We got hats. We got beanies. We got a
Ooh,
zip
I like
hoodie,
that
guys.
beanie.
Zip hoodie. Okay. And then we have other hoodies. We've got a V-neck t-shirt that was requested. And we got regular t-shirts. We got a patch.
Ooh.
If you want to sew something on there, put a patch on it. And we got stickers and we got mugs. We got 3 different kinds of mugs. Get the merch. All of the proceeds are coming to the mods, to my mod squad here. I don't pay them money. I pay them in laughs and love, which is it's generous and kind, guys, but it doesn't pay the bills. So please help me pass along to them some gratitude. Next month, we'll have some other limited edition merch inspired by something else wonderful besides my lady mods who kick ass. Thank you guys all for tuning in. And that's all I got from the box office. I will see you all on the Flippity Dippity.
Lincoln 30 to dispatch. Yeah, that's a wild goose chase over here at Nakatomi Plaza. Everything here is okay. Over.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
God damn it!